All right, let's dive into a really powerful idea today called the architect's path. It's this journey that, believe it or not, starts inside your own head, winning that inner battle, and ends with you literally building the future you want to see.
We've all heard this line a million times, right? Every person is the architect of their own future. It sounds great, feels empowering, but it also kind of begs a really important question.
I mean, if we're the architects, what's the actual path? What does it look like to go from just an idea, a dream, to something real and solid? Well, that is the blueprint we're going to lay out right now.
So, first things first, what's the end game here? This is bigger than just personal success. The idea is to become an architect of tomorrow, someone who can take what's in their head, their vision, and actually build it in the real world for others to see.
And look, the grand vision here is that this path isn't just about us. It's about contributing to something way bigger, an enlightened civilization founded on principles like justice, freedom, and prosperity for everyone. But before we can build anything, we have to deal with the very first roadblock.
And here's the thing. The biggest obstacle isn't out there. It's not the competition, it's not the market. Nope. The first and most important battle you will ever fight happens right between your own two ears.
Every single day, we're standing at this fork in the road. On one side, you've got the easy path. You know the one. It's paved with all those little excuses our mind makes up for us, and honestly, it leads nowhere. It's stagnation. But the other path, the hard path, that's where character is forged. That's where you build an iron-like will.
So what's the weapon you use to win this inner war? It's discipline. And the definition is just so simple and powerful. It's the ability to force yourself to take that harder path, even when the easy one is right there, screaming your name. It's about doing what you know you should do when every bone in your body just wants to chill.
And this is where it all connects back to that bigger goal. See, when you win your inner war, you don't just change yourself. You actually unlock your potential to lift up everyone around you. Your personal strength becomes fuel for your entire community.
Okay, so once you've laid that internal foundation, it's time to gather your tools, right? You can't build a house without a hammer and nails, and you can't build a future without the right set of skills. So let's take a look inside the toolkit. Turns out there are really two kinds of tools you're going to need. Hard skills, that's the what. It's the technical stuff, the knowledge to do a specific job. But then you have soft skills, and those are the how. Think of them as the glue that holds everything, and I mean everything together for long-term success.
And for anyone trying to build their future today, these three are absolutely non-negotiable. If you can't communicate your ideas, they'll just die in your head. If you can't work with a team, you'll never build anything big. And if you can't adapt, well, in a world that changes this fast, you'll get left behind. Simple as that. The great news, though, is that you can learn these skills. They're out there. Depending on what you want to do, there are specific places to look. You might go to an institution like BitTac for technical training or get help from the SME Foundation if you're an aspiring entrepreneur. The point is, the resources exist. You just have to go find them.
But here's a key thing to remember. Gathering your tools isn't something you just do once. It's not a one-and-done deal. To be truly skilled means you're committed to learning for life, always sharpening your tools and adding new ones to the box.
So, you've won the inner war. You've gathered your tools. What's next? You need a blueprint. An idea is just a hazy dream until you turn it into a concrete, step-by-step plan. And the process is actually pretty logical. First, you look inward. What am I good at? What are my strengths? Then you look outward. What's going on in the market? What do people need? In the business plan, that's where you bring those two worlds together into one powerful strategy. Now, to make sure your plan is actually useful, you got to use the SMART framework. This is how you stop saying, I want to be successful, and start creating a real target. Your goal has to be specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. Seriously, this little checklist can change everything.
And please, don't think of your business plan as just some boring document you write for investors. No, it's your roadmap. It's the guide you look at every day that tells you how to run your operations, how to market yourself, and how to manage your finances. It provides clarity.
We've talked about the inner work, the skills, and the plan. But there is one last piece of the puzzle, and it might be the most important one of all. You can't build anything great by yourself. Success is, and will always be, a team sport. Just think about it for a second. The greatest buildings in history weren't built by one person. They were built by thousands. The same goes for businesses, for movements, for any big idea. When you connect with other people and share what you know, your chances of success don't just add up, they multiply.
This is exactly why places like the Moving Forward Business Forum even exist. Their real job isn't just about swapping business cards. It's about building real relationships, learning cutting-edge strategies from people who've done it, and creating a community where everybody supports each other's growth.
So let's just redefine networking right now. It's not a transaction. It's not about seeing how big your stack of business cards is. Real networking is about laying the groundwork for long-term partnerships, the kind that are built on trust and a shared desire to grow.
So let's wrap this all up. The architect's path from start to finish. It begins with an inner decision to choose the hard path. It takes shape when you acquire the right skills. It gets its direction from a clear, smart plan. And finally, it's made real and lasting through the strength of a community.
And that's it. The framework is there. The path is clear. The blueprint is officially in your hands. So now, the only real question left is the one for you. What are you gonna build?